a great supporter of the Red Sox. While he's getting his mic set up, I want to tell you about two great benefits coming up this weekend. Saturday night is the Wayne Spring Fling at the Elks Club. It's my big band, the Eagle Bill Band, and the Outriggers. John Hinkley, who runs the church choir across the street, has a great band. This is I think our fifth one, maybe for Wayne. And it's a dance. It's only $15. There's going to be a lot of snack food there. And it's the Wayne Spring Fling. Tickets are in the co-op and around town, and it's a good thing. And on Sunday we're going up to Stafford to their soup kitchen, their St. Net Ministry. We're going to do our Bluegrass Gospel concert we do every year with the Bailey family and with Tim St. Jean, with my big Bluegrass Gospel band. So that's Sunday at 1 o'clock. And just bring some food to get into that. So a couple of good benefits this weekend. And right now, my guy here, Curtis Brett. Go ahead, Daddy.
Actually, I'm heading up to Maine tomorrow, and it's tempting to play the Maine songs, but you know, I'm going to be foolish. I'm going to play a couple of new ones, a couple of new of my own, and then a couple of covers. Actually, when I get through with a song, it's less a cover and it's more like a reupholstery.
Good one.
That I retired last June from my regular job, and so now I'm consulting 2 days a week, so I'm 2 on and 5 off. And I began to think, you know, now I'm at the point in my life where I could actually become a touring musician. You know, go out and buy a VW bus and paint a peace sign on it and a lavender flower, and I began to think it through, and that's kind of where this song came from, the thinking through process. Up here all alone, playing for a living. Everyone likes listening, but ain't nobody giving. I sing one song for a sandwich, another for a beer, then drink and chew and wonder how the hell I end up here. Up here all alone, life can be so cruel. They say there ain't no place like home, and there ain't no fool like an old fool. When I was just a high school kid, I picked up this guitar. Figured if I learned to play, I could be a star. So I picked and played and practiced till my fingers bled. But I didn't find no stardom, so I'm playing here instead. Up here all alone, life can be so cruel. They say there ain't no place like home, and there ain't no fool like an old fool. When I'm driving here to there, no particular place to go, and I hear an old song of mine come on the radio, I begin to think that maybe I actually might be cool. But the rearview mirror tells me I'm still a dumb old fool. Driving down the highway, guess I got things my way, but the road's so long and the sky's so dark and cold. Should've known better when I hit the road and left her wearing worn out shoes with a big hole in my soul. Maybe if I call her, she'll let me come back home. Now with caller ID, she'll know it's me and won't pick up the phone. I guess she's right, I'll never change, I'm a diehard rambling man. But if God wills and the tip jar fills, I'll play the best I can. Up here all alone, life can be so cruel. They say there ain't no place like home, and there ain't no fool like an old fool. Now this next song, I found it on YouTube, and I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the group Dawes. The lead singer Taylor Goldsmith wrote a song, and when I do somebody else's song, there are two reasons. One is that the range of notes is narrow enough that my voice can get from the low ones to the high ones. And the other is just I really think it's a masterful job of songwriting. And this particular song by Taylor, the first time I heard it, it blew my socks off. And so I've proceeded to change it so it doesn't sound like that anymore. But it'll give you an idea, I think. The other thing is I've been practicing this song, and I couldn't wait to get out and play it, but all the practice that I've been doing over the last 2 weeks, I've only gone all the way through it without a mistake twice. So good luck, people. With his back against the San Francisco traffic, on the bridge's side that faces toward the jail, setting out to join a demographic, he hoists his first leg up over the rail. A phone call made police cars show up quickly. The sergeant slams his passenger door. He says, "Son, why don't you talk this through with me? Just tell me what you're doing it for." Well, it's a little bit of everything. It's my lost love, it's the fall. It's the news at 6 o'clock. It's the death of my first dog. It's the angels up above me. It's a song that they don't sing. It's a little bit of everything. An old man standing in a buffet line. He's smiling and he's holding out his plate. And the further he looks back into his timeline, he sees this hard road always took him to today. He remembers when his bright future left him. He remembers when his only son had gone. And he lets it all out when his server asks him, "Have you figured out yet what it is you want?" "I want a little bit of everything, the biscuits and the beans, to help me to forget about what brought me to my knees. So I'll pile on those mashed potatoes and an extra chicken wing. I'll have a little bit of everything." Somewhere a pretty girl is writing invitations to a wedding she has scheduled for the fall. Her man says, "Baby, can I make an observation? You don't seem to be having any fun at all." She said, "You just worry about your groomsmen and your shirt size. And rest assured that this is making me feel good. I think that love is so much easier than you realize. If you can give yourself to someone, then you should. 'Cause I get a little bit of everything, the way that you breathe, the way you wake. I like rising well before you so I can watch you when you wake. So on that day in late September, it's not just some silly little ring. I get a little bit of everything. Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. It's the matador and the bull. It's the suggested daily dosage. It's the red moon when it's full. All those psychics and those doctors, they're all right and they're all wrong. It's like trying to make out every word when you should simply hum along. It's not some message written in the dark or some truth that's seldom seen. It's just a little bit of everything. It's just a little bit of everything. I'm debating right now. No, this next part is an advertisement. There's a young singer-songwriter from the Boston area. Her name is Angie Duvekot, A-N-T-J-E-D-U-V-E-K-O-T. She's fantastic. She's going to be playing down in Norwich on the 18th, and I forget exactly where, but if you look her up, you could find out where. And on the 9th of June, she's playing at the Vanilla Bean, and she's worth the look. I stole this song from her. In the course of it, her song starts out, I was born and raised in the South, and I wasn't born and raised in the South, so I had to change that to the Midwest, and once I got started, I was unstoppable, and I just kept changing stuff. So it is Angie's song, but I have done a lot to it. You really need to go hear the original artist sing it, either this weekend or in June. But I'm going to play my version of it for you tonight. Born and raised in the Midwest, in a suicide town. I was only a kid when it burned to the ground. Left all my memories by the side of the road. With the tip of a needle, carved my story into stone. When you gonna come for me, Lord? When you gonna come for me? Been expecting you forever, waiting here for you. Could you send a little grace? It's the least that you could do. It's the least you could do. Wasn't much of a poet. Guess I was missing the anguish. Not a very good lover. Could never master the language. Tried to pass as an artist, but no one was buying. Did a stint as a hitman. At least I found that job inspiring. When you gonna come for me, Lord? When you gonna come for me? Been expecting you forever, waiting here for you. Can you send a little grace? It's the least that you could do. It's the least you could do. Prayed hard for a hookup in the churchyard. Took a walk down Big Dream Boulevard. With all the hurt and dirt inside this oyster world, you think that God wants us all to be pearls. When you gonna come for me, Lord? When you gonna come for me? Been expecting you forever, waiting here for you. Can you send a little grace? It's the least that you could do. It's the least you could do. Never been one of God's favorites. Haven't found a church I can sit in. Tried to sing with the angels, but they said that I'd done too much sinning. When you gonna come for me, Lord? When you gonna come for me? Been expecting you forever, waiting here for you. Can you send a little grace? It's the least that you could do. Expecting you forever, waiting here for you. Can you send a little grace? It's the least that you could do. It's the least you could do. And if you do stop in to see Angie, tell her I sent her. Sent you to her, or whatever. Then, what we got? Okay. You can't do this when you got a singer that's ADD, you know. Not paying attention to my song anymore. I'm looking at the. Thank you for the good work, though. That's good. That this is the song I've been using in my sets and what I call the Curtis Brand "While I'm Still Breathing" tour. This one is fairly brand new, and hopefully it'll work out. Here I am in this old town, singing songs and hanging round, trying to play the best I can for you. Play my heart out all night long, but the drunks don't like my songs. Got them lonely old songwriter blues. Songwriter blues, songwriter blues. This ain't the kind of life a man should choose. Well, I feel so down and lonely, wish that I could lose these old songwriter blues. Well, I used to have a lover, now I've got to find another, 'cause the old one up and told me that she's through. Yeah, she used to call me honey, now she's got my house and money. All I got is them old songwriter blues. Songwriter blues, songwriter blues. This ain't the kind of life a man should choose. Well, I feel so down and lonely, wish that I could lose these old songwriter blues. She used to think I was a genius, now she don't, it's done between us. Guess I got to go and find another muse. Used to write my songs about her, now I got to do without her. Got them lonely old songwriter blues. Songwriter blues, songwriter blues. This ain't the kind of life a man should choose. Well, I feel so down and lonely, wish that I could lose these old songwriter blues. Yeah, I take life's noble moments and I scribe them into songs, the inhuman truths in what I have to say. I'd be pleased if you would listen, hey, you can even sing along. If you don't, I'm gonna play it anyway. Hope you found the music pleasing, now it's time that I was leaving. Thanks for listening to the songs I had to share. Hope I'll find as I move on another place where they like my songs. Hey, can you give me the directions to get there? Songwriter blues, songwriter blues. This ain't the kind of life a man should choose. Well, I feel so down and lonely, wish that I could lose these old songwriter blues. Hey, I appreciate you listening, 'cause you helped me lose these old songwriter blues. Thank you very much.
All right. I was so rude of me. I never told you. You're back.